Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Texans going up against the Packers. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 6 matchup.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and the Green Bay Packers. They'll come out in the pistol. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Whitney Merciless is rapidly becoming one of the top outside linebackers in the game. As well he should. With that name, he's got to be great.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 56 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his big tight end. That's Rodgers who caught it for the Packer touchdown. Richard Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that's... Sails over the end line. Shift together here from the D-line. A 1st carry now. This is Hill. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. This is the former Spartan from San Jose, Tyler Irvin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us, and then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line, and they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week. And, boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
And he's got room. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Irvin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Second down now after the incompletion. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw is Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Third down now following the completed pass.
26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
26. Hey, 50.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see The offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And it's 4th and 4.
Ordinarily, an offense feels really comfortable with that route. Just pick up the first down. Just get past the sticks on a quick little hitch. But in this case, how about the defender? Not getting out of there too fast, reading it, and reacting on the play, and batting it down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And now out comes Houston. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On first down, Irvin. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Osweiler on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Marshall able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
319, jump out!
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They run it again with Hill. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, Irvin. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a 1st down. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Rodgers trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Their big-bodied receiver, 82 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Houston first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Osweiler. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Osweiler. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. This is Hill. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Brenza's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Surveying the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Detroit!
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, here's Osweiler. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the eye. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Third and 2, now Osweiler. And he's got his man on the out route. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll try and pound it in with Prosh, the fullback. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Jay Prosh, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Hill looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Osweiler on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Throwing, Osweiler. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Quentin Jefferson. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. And he's able to get it out of there. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They come up in an offset eye. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He's going to field this at the 4. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Osweiler firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Houston first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll throw on 1st down with Osweiler. Wide open receiver complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give him even more blocking power, and we just saw it on that play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, Osweiler. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 3rd and goal, Osweiler. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Their big tight end. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. On 1st down, Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And on 2nd and 10 now. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
That's a really fine play there because anytime you see a comeback route, that means you cannot just stay in one spot and make a play on the ball. You've got to move your feet and move with the receiver, and that's exactly what he did.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. Defense showing blitz. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his target, it's Cobb. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Another pistol look here. They go play action here on 1st down. Going up top. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way. But I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll look to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is...
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. A second down carry for Irvin. And he'll take, and now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Throwing now is Osweiler. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. This is taken at about the 14. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do it.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Houston, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.